My name is Kathleen Kinney. I'm the founder and CEO of Biomethane LLC, and here to talk to you about diverting everything organic. So the problem that we are facing, the state has passed organics management laws that are going to be limiting the organic waste that is able to go to landfill or incineration, and those are taking effect by 2027. And these are an unfunded mandate. It's to address the massive amount of greenhouse gases that gets emitted from our landfills, and it's going to apply to cities, counties, businesses, but all the cities that we talk to, they have a couple of questions. How are we going to fund this? How are we going to enforce it? And so what we're looking at is turning that cost, the cost of collecting that waste, of processing it, into a revenue stream, an environmental benefit. So that's going to come through two different phases, if you will. The upstream sorting of that waste. So currently about 50% of what people put into the green bin, into the compost, actually ends up in the landfill. And cities expect that to worsen when these mandates come into place. So that upstream sorting is really key. And then the second piece, which is my specialty, is using anaerobic digestion to turn that organic waste into renewable natural gas, which is an income stream. So I've partnered with a company called Resource Synergy. They've actually worked here with the Northern Quest Casino and Kalispel Tribe. We'll get to that in a little bit. Anyways, I'm the founder of Biomethane, and I've been in renewable natural gas, or RNG, since before it was cool, back in 2010, performing contracts with the city, the county, and others. We have Sharoop, Valerie, and Edward also on the biomethane team, with experience ranging from small-scale food waste, Fashion Island being one example, up to the large-scale landfills and everything in between. And then Eric Makinson, being the head of Resource Synergy, he's had a lot of success. For instance, the project that they did with Northern Quest Casino won the Kalispel Tribe the 2022 award for Recycler of the Year. So fantastic work that they've done, and all of his team that's not on this slide. So we're taking that and using the track record of Resource Synergy. They're responsible for creating what our compost facility said was the cleanest green waste coming across their gates, and then pairing that with in-depth knowledge of the digestion process. One of the biggest issues with putting together a financially viable digester project is actually getting enough feedstock. So we're able to, because we're technology agnostic, look at exactly what a given community needs and what their waste streams are, and bring in solutions like, what if yard debris is actually the majority of the green waste coming out of a community, and it's mixed with food waste? We're actually working with a lab at WSU that's developed technology specific to breaking down lignin bonds, so you could get energy out of that too. And that's just an example of what we're able to do. So there's 50 municipalities across Washington State that are going to be subject to organics management laws. In Spokane County alone, we've identified 100 to 180,000 tons per year of organic waste, and that ranges from food waste, biosolids from the wastewater plants, the woody yard debris, food and beverage processing. And what's interesting about this number is that is where RNG developers, companies that come in and do these projects, get really interested. And it's going to result in 400 to 550 cubic feet per minute of biogas production. So what that looks like financially, if we look at this on a 20-year span, the project, including paying back the capital expense, would make about $20 to $25 million. And so when you look at the costs that these cities are anticipating for implementing it, are we at the end? Okay, so thank you so much. When we look at diverting waste across silos, we really are able to divert everything.